Hello. Right. This one's a little bit of a weird one. Again, it's egg art, and if you want to draw a straight line on something that's high up like that, find something like mixed Christmas cracker present to rest your pen on of the height you want the thing, then twizzle the thing around whilst touching it with your pen, and it leaves a mark at the right height. So I did that, and I paper mache. What are you doing? Stop distracting me. Paper mache it on there, but when I'd done it, I found out that I'd got it rather crooked. Sat on the base rather crooked. Um, Also, the when I was trimming the top, and to try and get as much soil in as possible, I needed the line to be as high up as possible, like there. Some of the egg was non-existent, so I built it up like what you can see. Apparently, you can slow down the video if you want, but my voice will go like that. Right. Yeah. To straighten the top of the egg up, I got a piece of string exactly the same round length as the top of the egg, diameter, circumference. Then I put a load of tissue on and only glued up to the line and folded it in. Now I glued the string on, then pulled the tissue back out, cut little slits in, bent it over the top to re-top the egg. So there's obviously bits there without any eggshell behind them. If that, yeah, that's right in it, yeah. So if you accidentally crack your egg, don't worry about it. You know, if anybody's going to attempt this or anything similar. Right, this is a piece of lace, and I tried to paint it so this pattern would stand out. I went really careful round and made little snips. I made it fit the contours of the egg, and I actually filled in the other little places with ballerina lace. Tulle is it? Which meant I couldn't use my heat gun on it, or else it had melted. Well, I used it on it, but a long way away. Um, and it got painted so many times, basically you couldn't make head and tail at pattern. Because when I went to put it, I painted it black, then burgundy, and then progressively brushed over it with white, dry brushed over it with a cream to make it a pink colour. And then I Mod Podged it, and it turned it purple for some reason. I don't know what we're going. It's there to left, and it's got a very purple tinge about it. And all this stuff that I'm doing, I didn't end up using that piece of ribbon. It was velvet. But all this stuff that I'm doing is with the exact same paint, and when I put them up against it, it was a total different colour. So I just ended up recolouring the egg. So that's why it changes colour in a bit, and there's so many layers of paint on it, it just got lost in the pattern, so I did something totally different with it. Yeah, I need some, what's it called? You went all over America looking for it. Bias binding that we all use. Oh, these arts are bling that I painted cream, then put, I think it's Tim Holtz crackle paste on, let dry, and then I end up doing the burgundy over the top, the deep red burgundy colour. I mean, look at the colour difference there, Mick. To bring out the crackle, but they were just them shiny plastic bling hearts. These are just, yeah, it's turned black now, I painted it black. These are just beads on little tiny, really thin wire, and I put the bead on the wire and then go back through with the wire through the bead, and have a little swizzle at the end, just as when you're a florist you call them picks. like little bunches of stuff and whatnot. You call them picks, they're like filling in things. Right, here I'm using Tattered Angels, and to make it not water soluble, to make it waterproof, I'm mixing it with matte medium. This is eye makeup, but you can use twinkling H2Os, whatever. You know, anything you've got that's sort of glimmer. If you go easy with the matte medium, it still stays shiny. I mean, you'll see in a minute, I'll twist it in light and it's still pretty shiny, so it's a good way of sealing them without, you know, having obvious gloss over them like you would with, say, Gloss Mod Podge or something. Right, what did I do next? Oh, I dibbled, just to knock all this back just a little bit, I brushed a little bit of black over the top when I'd finished doing this. Just to knock it back a bit in the centre of the egg and a bit on the texture. I think this is Craft, you can call it Craft Tattered Angels. Really like that colour, really like it. There you go. Look, it's still shiny even though it's got, you know, matte medium. These are a little heart padlock and key. Here I'm bringing out the crackle. Sorry, I'm off camera a bit. Bringing out the crackle on the little blingy hearts with the burgundy sort of red. Painting the key and the padlock and the ring that holds them with, I think I did it with cream, then rubbed a bit of the burgundy over, and then I go over the highlights with the cream. Those little squiddly bits down there they're actually dental tape that I singed with the heat tool, and it turns them squiddly and quite interesting. I saw somebody do it with some, I think it was like metallic thread, and I tried it with that and it worked alright, and it just adds a bit of interest in there. And again, I'm just painting them up all similar, with the cream and a bit of the burgundy to make it a rustic pink, because I don't mind rusticy sort of pink colour. As I said, I didn't use the button or that ribbon there. I'm fighting with ribbon at the moment. That rosebud had a leaf and a stem on it, and I tacked it down with a little bit of, similar to Eileen's tacky glue, it's material glue from Hobbycraft. I tacked it down to the egg so I could have it on there and offer things up so I could see what they'd look like, and everything I glued to that, so if I needed to, if I didn't like the black background on the egg, I could pull it off again because it was only glued on in one spot. So I glue everything to that long stem, and then I do end up pulling it all. It was a right fight, was this. I pulled it all off again and then carried on because I decided it needed a bit of something else. The other thing that I ended up definitely doing was arches of thick cotton, really thick cotton, sort of making little arches and then gluing them at the base of the arches. You'll see in close-ups. Here I'm trying some home dyed feathers, some tiny little home dyed feathers in there. Quite liked it, but it didn't go. As I said, that ribbon was way too bulky. Being velvet, it just stood out too much. Oh, the roses as well. I snipped a little bit off one and squished the heck out of the other one to make one a bit smaller than the other. because I thought 2 big ones and 1 little tiny rosebud just didn't look right, so I tried to make them 3 different sizes. And instead of that ribbon, I ended up using more home dyed thick cotton thread. I think it's there to the right in under my tweezers. Right, here I'm using, I nearly had the name of that paint then. There, Luminaire. It's the pink gold Luminaire. Just stenciled dots on there. Now I decided I needed something turquoise on there for some reason, so I got a piece of packaging, plastic packaging, cut holes in with that type of paper punch and this type of punch, all different size holes, and on a craft mat, you could do it on silicone mat or something like that. I applied the golden gel medium because I knew it had to peel off it and stay flexible, and I knew that I wouldn't be able to look at stay to my hand, it well hurt my hand. Or to get, when you punch, it leaves, when it punches through, it leaves like a depression or a sticky out bit on the underneath, a burr, and all I did was hold it flat to my craft mat and very gently heat gunned it, really gently heat gunned it, and it straightened it all out. So they're all the little dots that I made out of the golden matte medium, and I'm just testing out what colour I wanted them. I tried the Luminaire, but it just wasn't a strong enough colour. I wanted it to be a real pop, so I ended up going with that craft paint that you saw that was turquoise. And this was the heart on a stick, made out of paper mache, on a wire, but the wire is completely coated, so there's no way it'll rust. It's totally sealed, and that bow is exactly the same. I made it exactly the same way as the bow on the card that I've just released. Basically make loads of loops, like wrap it around your fingers, round and round and round, pull it off really carefully, and then tie the centre in a knot and just pull them. If you want them slightly different lengths, which I like them ruggedy, pull one to the right a bit, one to the left a bit, you know, until it falls into place how you like it. They're the dots on the back. That's the back of that heart. I did try stamping something on it, that's why it looks like there's a mucky mark, but look, you can see some at lace, and you could definitely see tulle at top, couldn't you, the netting. Oh, that's my baby boy. That's Scooter, a very old stray that I took in. He's a love. Can you tell I haven't seen this? Yeah, as I say, it's a bit of a weird one. It's like love's not all bed of roses, you know, and why are you miming? And Mick don't realise that that's his Valentine's Day present. You've got to look after it. I want that cactus flowering by next year. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, thumbs up, everything. And thanks. Bye.